And we are back and ready to into space with Kerbal Space Program. Hey, there we are. Okay, so the live stream is scooch ahead of the YouTube series. You've only are one episode shy and you haven't missed anything extraordinary. Basically, it's just some extra development of my base over on Minmus. I will show you that now. But there's, you don't have to worry about having missed too much. Base 1 ship. I gotta rename some of these things. And also probably filter out debris. Oh, it's not actually considered debris. It's just got those names because of reasons. Ba-da-da-bum-bum-bum. Night Bomber, no, I don't come into any memory issues with that. I think I do have the texture compression thing. I think that helps. Also running in OpenGL mode. But there we go. Here's just the base on Minmus. And so all that has changed, I think, since the last video, is that I did move from the slopes right there to the flats over here to get to a different biome. And I built a little solar array, although I just noticed that thing is actually not connected correctly. Maybe we'll go and reparate that right away. Let me go make a tiny adjustment. Oh, I also built a car! I built this thing out of spare parts. So yeah, you guys missed the video of me playing with the Kerbal attachment system, which is not too much. Let's go ahead and pop up my engineer here. I've got Wheels as my engineer. An EVA. Whee! Take off. And we'll just move over here and fix that. Because that won't do at all. I mean, it just looks bad. It's not actually a problem, but it looks terrible. So, this is less of a solar panel array and more of a lot more batteries so that we can go through the night. There we go. So, we have in our inventory, we do have a drill or a screwdriver. We can go and install that. There we go. So now we can attach and detach things. I'm going to keep my inventory open. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to move the solar panel into my inventory, get that off of there. I'm going to unlink these connections, like so. Now let me grab this part. Oh, right, we've got the connector ports on the side, which means I can't grab it yet. Now, grab this thing. And, yeah, I have to sort of put it down there, then grab it. Now, attach it. There we go. Now it's actually attached. Good stuff. We're going to attach the solar panel. This is all KIS. What a fun mod. Lets us build things away from home. There's a docking port there. Or a connector port. Not a docking port. It's a connector port, which allows us, if we scooch over here a little bit closer, we can link mode and link it over there. There we go. So now these are all part of my base spaceship. Link from here, a little closer, and link from there. There we go. So now they're all considered part of the same spaceship. So they share power, they use the solar panels together, everything is awesome. You can see we can actually currently go 4 days on our current energy surplus, although that doesn't, I think, include the calculation from the running of the lab. I could probably put those boxes back on the ship too, just to clean up some of this mess, because right now it's counting as extra debris. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to grab this crate and put it on my back. Hey, hey! Look at that! Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. I think a couple of donations just came in as well. Mech Panties! I was really enjoying watching you play Hearts of Iron 3. Wish you kept doing that. I know you said that we'll play Hearts of Iron 4. Don't want to wait that long. Yeah, we might do some more Hoi 3. A lot of people were really into it, which made me happy. And I was really enjoying myself, so we'll see. TJ Scarrott says, some pie. Oh, he sent in 3.14. Some pie to go with the whiskey and chocolate. Quick question, do you plan to return to City Skyline one day? Yes, I do. I mean, if nothing else, probably with the expansion. Yeah, we'll lock that in there. And we'll do the same thing with this one. Just get it off the ground. One less object to track. Grab that. Oops. Too far away. Grab it. Put it in my inventory, which puts it on my back. Oof, 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 oof. Grab you there. Oh, they can't attach to one another. Okay, I can attach it to that docking port. That'll work fine. Actually, maybe I'll do it on the other side. So I love this. This is so much fun. These mods. It's very there's some complexity. There we go. Because you have to master some new buttons, and there's a lot of new objects. Both the life support mod and the KIS system and the universal storage system. All these things. Yeah, I guess the KIS doesn't add that many parts, but a lot of the other things do. And so it's a lot to keep track of, but the rewards are being pretty phenomenal. So there we go. We can board back again. Excellent. So I did also bring the parts to build a little rover. Unfortunately, I forgot that on Minmus, rovers don't really work because the gravity is so low. The wheels mostly just spin in place. To build a rover that goes around on Minmus, mostly have to use rockets or RCS or whatever to get around, not so much the powered wheels. But anyway, I got that. Let me do a quick save. We switch scenes, and we're going to go back home, and we're going to do some other missions. Oh, man, I keep sipping that. Hold on. That's empty. Let's open. A little soda. Good stuff. All right. So let's take a look at what kind of contracts we have. Build a new surface outpost on Minmus. Listen, I've built one. I don't think we need more than one. Orbital survey of Minmus. Those are kind of a pain. Yeah, no, I don't think we've got that. So we've got a lot of active missions. Plant a flag on the moon. Returning to the moon. That sounds pretty good. We'd actually send a whole base there. Get a second base going on. That wouldn't be too bad. We're doing a giveaway over here. Hearts of Iron 3. That's nice. You need lights on this thing. Yeah, you're probably right. It would help if we were there during the day. Build a surface outpost on Duna, eventually. Visit Duna and Ike. Just sort of do a flyby. Get a little bit of science on both. That's possible. I'm thinking we might do an unmanned probe to Duna. That might be a good start. Geosynchronous orbit, we might do that. Satellite and equatorial orbit of Duna. That's not bad. Got a couple of tourist flights. Actually, we probably should just start with those. Orbital survey of Duna. See, we can do this. We can do all of this. Manned Kerbal orbital docking. I should really do that because this might lead to more quests, actually. And a manned moon orbit. Actually, we'll do that with our tourist flyby because they actually want to fly by the moon. They don't technically need to enter orbit, but we could do that. Just for a sec. Actually, this might count on a flyby, I'm not sure. And then some satellite missions that we may or may not do. So I think we're going to start with the tourist missions. Oh, this is over K2 specifically? Ooh, yeah. This is Trixie. High above K2. Suborbital trajectory, but I think to actually spot K2, I don't think you can be in orbit around it. Those can be a little hard to do. We might just do the moon flyby mission to start off with. Let's just do that, and then we'll consider doing our Duna thing. I do have some alarms set for our transfer windows over here. Actually, the next transfer to Duna is almost 2 years away. So that's not particularly good. I'd much rather, and we've been to Duna in our previous Let's Play, I would much rather send some unmanned probes to Eve and to Moho to shake things up a bit. So I think we're going to end up doing that. Let's go and get the tourism mission out of the way. I actually have a space bus ready to go in storage. It'll take 4 hours to roll out. Let's just go ahead and do that. Oh, I also spent a bunch of science to unlock some more things from the last video. Nothing that's going to terribly change too much. A couple more science experiments. And I'm still trying to work my way up to the tech that will give us basically greenhouses and things so we can set up a permanent base somewhere, which is still very much my goal. So let's go ahead and launch the space bus. We're going to clear all. We're going to add a pilot. Hello, Nev. And we need to make sure we're doing the moon contract. So we need to make sure we've got the right passengers for the moon contract. Because I'm not doing the K2, I'm doing this one here. So I need Verissa. I need Carta. And I need Greb. And actually, let's bring some of my level 0 and whoa, hey, scientists and engineers to give them some more experience points. Technically, we have a couple of extra spots, but that'll be okay. Launch. That was a creeper explosion from Dark Winter Dreams, who says, enjoy whiskey and some chocolate. Thank you very much. I definitely will. Actually, what I think I might do tonight, there's a craft beer festival in town. So we may have to visit that. All right. Oh, Nev09 says, I'm on the ship. Yeah, you're actually the pilot, Nev. So this is my space bus. Part of the commercial branch of the Kerbal space program over here, where we bring tourists into space. Ooh. We might not be able to do it this one. This is enough Delta V to go very comfortably into orbit. It could probably do a moon flyby as well. But if I want to enter lunar orbit and then leave again, that's a little bit more dicey. Oh, these guys only want to do a moon flyby. Okay, so I think that's going to be fine. We don't have to land. Oh, someone's asking, what is your plan on returning your Kerbals from Minmus? No plans right now. Right now they have about 1.5 years worth of food and oxygen and all that. I'm going to send them a supply run at some point in the future. Currently no plan to return them, but maybe in the future. We'll leave their base that's there on Minmus. We'd bring them some other ship. Anyway, whatever, let's try it. What could possibly go wrong? We could strand a bunch of tourists into space. Alright, we're facing straight up. We're going to go to full throttle. Let's go. We have a lot of thrust to weight on this ship. Holy cow, that is smoking fast. Let's go and start the 10-degree pitch over. A little sooner than we might normally do it, just because of our thrust to weight. And we'll definitely have to throttle down to stop us from going too fast. Prograde is looking good. Let's just go ahead and face ourselves to orbital prograde at this point, so the gravity turn takes over. And I'm going to throttle down. Speed is still climbing. Because anything over 300, we really start to get some drag effects. Now, ideally, we don't want to go beyond 45 degrees here until we're probably around 15K is usually my own personal rule of thumb. Okay, at this point, the speed is still climbing, but not very much. We might be gravity turning a little more than I would like. Actually, I'd say we're almost bang on here. That is pretty good. Oops. Oh, it's time for us to stage. There we go. And the speed's going to start climbing, and that's okay at this point. Yeah, we are pretty much bang on our gravity turn here. Like that very, very much. Oh, we are going a little too fast, though. We're starting to get some drag, so we may as well throttle down. No reason to waste fuel fighting the air. Looking pretty good, I would say. So hopefully we can do a lunar flyby with this setup. We'll see how it goes. I'm not sure that we are correctly set up for it. This is a ship meant to bring passengers into orbit. A little bit of heat effects, actually, on some of our solar panels. I don't think that's actually going to be a problem, but it's a thing. I don't want surface info. I need my orbital info, please, though. What are we looking at? Apoapsis is climbing nicely. Time to apoapsis is climbing quite a bit, actually, so we probably could have throttled down a wee bit to stop that from getting out of control. We're going to come in relatively flat, though. We're mostly okay. Oh, you can go into orbital prograde now. There we go. That'll bring you down a bit. Very good. Very good. So we'll target an apoapsis about 100K. Feeling very strong about this. Life support, we have 400 days. Oh, no, that's the other one. No, we have 400 days of food and water. I'm not effing up like the last time where I did the calculation wrong. We have an overkill amount. Oh, speaking of overkill, I can go ahead and cut the fuel right about now. We should be able to circularize with this last layer completely. And that means this tank here, hopefully, we'll be able to swing by the moon. Assuming we plan a proper return trajectory. Glarian says, have a beer on me, or not. I have no clue how expensive beer is over the pond. Actually, annoyingly expensive. Alcohol in Canada is relatively pricey. It's taxed pretty heavily, but that money goes back into healthcare, mostly, which is not a bad idea, I suppose. Solar panels are extended. Good. That should be more than enough power for what we need. We have a lot of battery life as well. You can see, well, electricity, actually, we don't actually have unlimited battery life now that I think about it. Although the engines do generate power, which is good. Yeah, whenever we're in the shade, there might be a bit of a thing, but I don't think we're going to spend too much time in the shade. Time to apoapsis is dropping rapidly. Our thrust weight is pretty good. It's not going to take us very long to circularize. I suppose, if I'm a little bit nervous, or if I want to be, you know, proper, I should actually generate a maneuver for it. Zoom out. Bring that out and just wait for the apo and parry to flip. Oh, they did already. I missed it. Whoa, there we go. So right around there. Good. Suppose I can mouse wheel for that. Point towards the maneuver node. Prepare to execute it when we get there. Good to go. We need 671 delta V to circularize, so we will actually have to stage once. Which means we actually want to start this burn a little sooner than it thinks, because the second stage doesn't have as much thrust to weight. Yeah, we should be okay. So this mission is going to be pretty straightforward. The next one is going to be a bit more complex. If we're going to be planning to send some satellites or some unmanned missions to Eve, that will be very dicey. I've never been to Eve. We're going to be fighting remote tech. We're going to be dealing with signal delay. I have to make sure we keep a connection back to Kerbal the entire time. The next mission is going to be quite a bit dicier. Yeah, let me cancel the that, because I do want to start the burn a little bit sooner than it thinks we should. We are raising our apoapsis only a little bit. There we go. And there's the end of my fuel. We get that going on. Time to apo is still climbing. Okay, so we still have lots of time to complete our maneuver. I do like the shape of this for some reason. I don't know why. Let me lock my staging so I don't accidentally stage and abandon my people anywhere. That would be pretty terrible. Fast forward a bit. Time to apo is under 30 seconds, and if I start burning, the time to apoapsis is still dropping. Oh, but barely so. So we can wait a little bit longer. There we go. Now I think if we did it, good stuff. Time to apo is still climbing, which tends to happen when you get close. But we're not really raising our apoapsis too much. We're mostly raising our parry. But we could have waited a little bit longer to complete the burn. Let's go ahead and just go orbital prograde at this point. Cancel that. Just wait for our parry to go above 70. There we go. We don't have to be a circular orbit. Doesn't matter. As long as we are in orbit of some kind. Good. Where's the moon? There's the moon. Right over there. So, we're going to want to start our burn somewhere around here. Again, our thrust to weight is not huge, so we'll start a little earlier than we might normally. Yank that bad boy out. Now, the question is, and I don't know this, is can I correctly design... How much of a flyby do we need? That's an important question. It always lags when I open up this contract for some reason. Like, does it specify... Man moon orbit. Docking. Science. There we go. Flyby. Stop moving around. Altitude below 100,000. Okay. Focus the view over here. Well, that is not much of an encounter at all. Let me use the maneuver node editor, which will be a little bit easier to start tweaking these numbers. There we go. Wow, that's actually going to slingshot me quite far away. That's okay. There we go. Just shift the time rather than burning more. There we go, 64. I mean, I suppose we could get even closer. But how do you actually get it so that, like, it wraps around and, like, U-turns you? I guess you can't, because if it's doing that, you're just going to enter orbit. Might be a little close. Something like that, and then, yeah, it's slingshotting me out into space. How do you get a free return trajectory? That is the question. Where we don't have to burn at all around the moon. We're just going to come back. I mean, I guess what we want to do is actually sort of come up behind the moon, don't we? Around the other side. Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, because that would be a little bit more braking. Because it would be slingshotting us in the opposite direction and more retrograde-y. Aha! Aha! Not exactly a free return. Height's good. Oop. So we go here, and then we pop out there, which is heading us back. We'd be way too high. We're on the way back, which is good, but we're way too high, which is bad. Although I suppose I could still burn here in the direction that would effectively be retrograde to Kerbal, right? If we go and plan the next maneuver, say, as close to the parry as I can get there without accidentally clicking on it. There we go. And then from here, now, it doesn't tell me what the delta V of this burn is. Is there a way to find out? Oh, yeah. 100. So I have 1263 in the tank, and right now my planned maneuvers bring me to 951 delta V. And bring the parry within... Yeah. So when we get here, and I'll plan a better maneuver once we can actually see things a little bit easier. Plus, the maneuver, the entry maneuver will not be perfect, even if I use the flight computer. But when we get to the moon parry, we'll burn prograde until our return to Kerbal is suborbital. I like it. Much more efficient to go slower to the moon? Probably.